Welcome to another video with me, Card H45. Today we're actually up in the loft. As you can see, we have a row. Let me just put my camera out. Back to the old one for the time being, because I don't think it likes the new one. YouTube. Back on. So, as you can see there, we have a row of intercity coaches. So this intercity rake of carriages will be the first carriages to receive their lighting. I say this whole row of intercity, they're going to be the first ones to receive any lights. Then you see the little one there, the beige on the white top, that linear one, that will be the second fleet. It's going to be 8, there's going to be 5 of them lit up. Same with the intercity, there's 5 there, that will be them 5 lit up. You can see right at the back, you can just see some red ones, and there's only 4 of them because you only can fit 4 of them on the back track, and they'll be the last ones to receive the lights. As you can see there, I don't know if it's clear enough to you, but there's a black roof and a bit of a white roof. It's very close. That is one of the intercities, but that won't pull in any trains. The intercity rakes will be pulled by steam trains when they're in operation, not the intercities down here, because these do not actually work. They're dud units, the motors have knacked in them, so they can't be used. As you can see, there's a Junior GNER locomotive, which was before East Coast took over, but now East Coast being took over by Virgin's East Coast. So Junior is a very old company, not as old as, obviously not as old as the Intercity. Junior took over Intercity back in 19 something, can't exactly remember when, but it's actually some really good news. And if I just focus my camera on that buffet cart, you'll be able to see something. You'll hear it first though, before you see it. If you watch the move. Now, reminding you, it has been 2 or 3 years before an actual locomotive has run around this track, so please give the track a bit of gratitude. Nothing's really run over it for a few years. The trains haven't run for a few years, so there is a few problems. I admit it, there is a few problems with the trains, like you probably just heard right there. There's a few problems with some of the bits of the track that I have laid. It's just a bit of a gap which is causing the locomotives to come off, but hopefully in any minute now you should be able to see there's a train moving. This is the Class 158. It's painted in the Transpennine Express livery. This for God's sake. Sorry about that. It is painted in the Transpennine Express livery, which is no longer, they no longer own the 158s. They own a bigger, a bit more nicer class now, but the 158s are now owned by Northern Rail, which operates in, well, it operates anywhere it wants, but it's where I live, it's the local operator is Northern Rail. So we can get it up to some good speeds when the track is in a good state. That was on the old track. I could get this train up to some good speeds. Now if I'm just going to stop it there and let you have a good look at the livery. Camera's far zoomed in. It has working lights, the front lights light up and the back lights light up when it's actually going around the track. As you can see, it is in TransPennine Express colours. Camera is very short on focusing. As I say, it's my old camera, it's not my new camera. So that is now owned by Northern Rail, not TransPennine Express. But as you can see, there's a ton more coaches. There's my Mac, DeWalt and my soldering iron. And then, as you can see, in this package there is a steam locomotive. So I'm just going to raise the camera up a bit more so I can get a bit more of an angle on. I'm just going to pick it up. It's probably not going to focus in on the name. But on this bit here, it actually says Evening Star, and the plaque says when it was made, and it was the last ever steam train to be built in the steam era. That is. It's by Hornby. The motor is in the tender. I don't really like tender drive units, but this tender drive unit is brilliant. I like when the motor's up here in the actual main locomotive. But overall, this train is absolutely beautiful and it runs really well. And you've got all the piston rods, drive rods, and it's got very good detailing on the actual unit. So I just get this locomotive out of its box nice and gently. It's not got much detail in there. Just come up a bit in the light. It's got a bit of a detailing on the firebox inside, but not very much. Obviously it's not one of the world's best rated locomotives. I'm just going to move some stuff so I can put the camera near the desk. That's better. You can see I've actually bought a new memory stick because the old one decided not to work. I've actually got a few more models here which we'll be going over properly, but obviously this is probably not going to get in the camera shot. Is this one? This one is, as you can see on the label here, the Class 142. Now the Class 142 does still actually operate well, this end it definitely does operate still. Just remove that so I don't have to pull it out of the box. It's painted into the Arriva colours. Yeah, again, I don't know if Arriva still use these ones, but in my area they're painted up in Northern Rail colours. 2 bogies, well, total of 4 wheels per unit, but it's 1 set of wheels, 2 sets of wheels on either train. So it's not as manoeuvrable as the Class 125, where it is a big massive set of bogie and it can swivel that. They can't. That's the downer to this one. Other than that, the detailing is pretty decent. It's probably not the world's best detailing, but actually I'm going to get it out. What do I? Detailing is not the best, but as you can see, nothing on the back. Hornby has actually let this train down a bit. We're not putting the kind of them bits on the divide wall kind of things. You can see actually it does actually say leads on this one, but the camera won't focus on it. No working lights on it sadly. Detailing is there. Got a nice little warning, electrical warning sign at the top right corner here. So if this is actually does say Leeds, this will be one of the Northern Rail services now. You can see this is really light, so this one is not the motorised unit. Now main DMUs, there's one motorised and one non-motorised, a dummy unit they call them. It says the same destination on this side, warning sticker, they're exactly the same. Oh, on this one, I don't know if you can see where this door is, there's a big massive motor. Well, it's not massive, it's a small motor in there which drives these forward front wheels. The backs are just spinning, but these ones are drive motors wheels. But as I said, this you'll see this running around eventually. There's going to be a few proper videos running around eventually on unboxing them properly and seeing them run around. There's going to be a few new trains coming to this new layout, which I am not going to tell you and leave as a surprise. But there's definitely going to be some more kind of DMUs. There's going to be some of these coming in. But my favourite train has got to be this. All these units here are actually removable. As you can probably see, it's a bit loose from its basing inside. But if I bring it this way, you can see Network Rail, Caring, Clearing, Britain's Railways. This is one of the maintenance truck trains that will actually run around on the track, de-icing track, gritting, sucking up leaves and stuff. This one's an absolute fabulous unit. It's in Bachmann's ice blocks. It runs absolutely wonderful. You will see this on another video running around. This one will probably be actually based on the track where all the trains are and stuff. There's going to be a few more tracks, and there's a little you'll have to see it because it's hidden, but over there where this box is, there's a point, and that's going to come around there and come onto this board here where all this stuff is. There will be an extra siding, and that's where this one's going to be based. So pretty much this one is actually going to live on the track. Now there's 100 more trains. There's a lot of trains up here. They're just a select few which run. The class 125, well not 125, one class, the 158 is predominantly always on. It's on one of the tracks anyway. It might be the back track, it might be the middle track, it might even be the closest track. I'm not sure yet. It does alternate which track it is on, depending on when it's on and what track's free and what trains are on. If it's steam locomotive running days, it'll be on the back track. Or if it's purely it's all steam, it won't be on. It might be in here, might be back in its box. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it will move around all three tracks depending on what's on, what express trains on the junior high units might be on. So we do have another set of them in the boxes stored away. They might be on. Old Virgin trains might be on. Very old ones. Not the Virgin's East Coast ones. Sadly we don't own any of them. It might be there. these Virgin ones which aren't owned by Virgin anymore, they're owned by Cross Country. There's them. They might be on. It all depends what day I'm up and what we're planning on running around. But there's a lot more work to be done on the layout, as you can see. I've got to get done, finish off the ballasting, which over there you can just see kind of like a bit of a grey stuff on the first track. You see that is the ballasting, and then there's a tub back there with a black lid. That is the ballasting. The back track won't be operational for a few weeks, as where the camera is pointing, where you see the DeWalt drill and the picture of the Flying Scotsman, there's a point over there which was damaged, and I hadn't had a chance to buy a new point for it. The points that we got won't work for it, sadly, so I'm having to go and buy a new point for that. Once that point's been bought, I can get power to the back track, then all the tracks will be running. The front track at the moment is still not powered. I haven't got around chance to doing that. I've mainly focused on the middle track because that was mostly wired in. So that is the first track to be working, is the middle track. Obviously the wrong one. With the 158 on is obviously is that track what is operational. This track here, this black one here, needs a bit of alteration from the original design at that end. As you can see, it curves back in to join the track again. That point's coming out for that track to run straight, as it is running straight with where the intercity coaches are. It's just so we can put a longer rake of coaches there. As I say, we can't do it with the back track because we're limited with space with the back track. But that is the plans, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow the channel so you don't miss any updates or videos. One thing I've got to say, I've got to be apologising for lack of videos going up. It is YouTube's fault, I won't blame it. But yet again, it might not be YouTube's fault. It might be my internet connection. It is pretty shocking, my internet connection, so it's not been uploading to YouTube. That's why it's jumping around a bit, but they will be up eventually. So you're probably thinking, oh bloody hell, part 3's here now. Ooh, part 6 is here. Ooh, part 4's here. It will be jumping around a bit, sadly, but I'm going to try and get everything up and running. But until then, I'll see you in the next video, guys.